Welcome back to Cockadoodle Coo, a show examining a serious potential threat to all of humanity, the chicken apocalypse. I'm your host, Pete Wallace.
Episode 30, The Woodchuck Revolution and Egg Tornadoes.
Well, it's a new year and time to refocus. Today, we look again at social media. TikTok in particular has been quite active when it comes to chickens and eggs, and for the safety of all, we need to truly understand what is happening to the best of our ability. I must give credit to Nick, the young man who spoke with us about generations Y and Z, though I believe everyone can learn from today's topic. As a result of those conversations with Nick, I now have a young intern by the name of Jewel to help with research. But first I want to share a riddle with you that I saw online recently. If I have 4 eggs, and a thief gave me 3, and my rooster laid 5 more, how many do I have? Stick around for the answer at the end of today's episode. TikTok is a short-form video sharing app, and a full 1/3 of their users are teens. Another third is made up of people in their 20s, so it is quite the youthful audience. Let's take a look at some concepts and terms for those not so familiar with TikTok. First, there are TikTok cults. Yes, cults. Only it appears to refer to a tongue-in-cheek take, really just meaning influencer and his or her followers. One such cult is the Step Chickens, which really picked up steam last spring. Interestingly, the Step Chicken cult's rival is called the Jeffs. I'd like to believe that most of this is simply due to quarantines and lockdowns, but we cannot dismiss the indisputable, potentially threatening implications. It is one of the largest cults in TikTok world, and they seem to repeatedly urge the Step Chickens to rise up. Rise up? What do these Step Chickens truly want? What is their ultimate goal? And chickens are dangerous enough. How does being a Step Chicken complicate the situation? Well, perhaps we have a new clue. There's a new TikTok trend Jewel the intern brought up. The Woodchuck Revolution. At the core of the movement is that woodchucks have overthrown humans to become the dominant species, and the posts are human responses to the revolution. I know, just silly. Woodchucks, or groundhogs, are essentially large squirrels, and they are herbivores. Farmers are not exactly fans of them, since they tend to destroy crops and leave burrows that horses or cows can easily fracture a leg stepping in. Aside from that, it's possible the groundhog community might have some bitterness about the whole Punxsutawney Phil production. You know, when will the weather change? I don't know. Did the groundhog see his shadow? At some point, I could understand them getting tired of the charade. Regardless, something doesn't smell right about this revolution, and it cannot be taken at face value. Woodchucks and chickens are not friends, so I speculate this could be a setup. Perhaps chickens take issue with Groundhog Day and its visibility. Maybe chickens are trying to mock the coup this show is based on and we're trying to warn everyone about. If they can make a woodchuck revolution seem silly, maybe they believe fewer humans will take the chicken apocalypse seriously. Perhaps this is some kind of new devious, distracting mind game, not unlike propagating the which came first conundrum. After all, the woodchuck revolution trend is careful to include the old how much could a woodchuck chuck tongue twister. Or even more devious, maybe it's a kind of coded messaging for chicken sleeper cells. Look, I may not fully understand the dynamics at work in social media, but I promise you, all of what I'm telling you is true. This is no fiction podcast just telling you made-up stories for your entertainment. We will be monitoring this and other trends, and research them thoroughly, and report back with updates. The bottom line, TikTok, with the Step Chicken cult and Woodchuck Revolution red flags, should unnerve and motivate citizens of all ages. What more evidence do you need that chickens are making moves? We'll be back after this break. Now, all is not evil in TikTok. In fact, there have been quite a few egg cooking hacks and trends, such as the egg tornado, or envelope eggs, or using brown bread to separate the yolk. I encourage you to search for these tips and tricks and try them next time you make eggs. Now, shifting gears a little bit, I feel the need to address another chicken-related issue on social media. The elephant in the virtual room, so to speak. The chicken sandwich war has heated up again. Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Wendy's, KFC, Bojangles, and even Boston Market tried to step into the battle. McDonald's and, dare I mention, Taco Bell are trying to join in. There is once again a deluge of posts from each combatant trying to outdo each other or claim dominance. Some are clever, some are witty, some are just petty. I know we each have our chicken sandwich preferences, but I am proud of all my fellow humans for contributing to the cause, to keeping the chicken menace at bay. All the back and forth online just tells me that you care. You have passion. We don't have to like the same sandwich or the same restaurant. In fact, each of us can, and should, eat chicken from more than one place. In that spirit, the only side I will choose is, yes, fries, soup, or salad. All right, now back to the riddle. If I have 4 eggs and a thief gave me 3, and my rooster laid 5 more, how many do I have? The original poster claims that since the riddle says, if I had 4 eggs, this is a scenario only, so you didn't have any eggs to start with. Then the thief gave you 3 eggs, and roosters can't lay eggs, so they say the number is 3. Well, 2 clues that this is a load of garbage, and likely from a chicken sympathizer at that. First, the whole thing is a hypothetical scenario. If you have 4 doorknobs and someone gives you 3 doorknobs, you have 7 doorknobs. If you have 4 spatulas and someone gives you 3 spatulas, you have 7 spatulas. If you have 4 eggs and someone gives you 3 eggs, you have what you need to make a 7-egg omelet. Second, roosters are jerks and wouldn't give you eggs even if they could. So stay sharp, my friends. Make chicken dinner, not war. Then we all win. We are on the same team. Eat chicken sandwiches, whoever makes them. Also, remember to eat eggs regularly and involve tornadoes or envelopes if you like. Most important, support local farmers and stop by farmers markets when you can. In the effort to expand our reach and influence, Cockadoodle Coo now has a home on Facebook. We're learning as we go, but it's all for a good cause. We'll leave a link in the show notes. Please subscribe to this podcast and follow the show on Instagram or Twitter or now Facebook. Until next time, educate yourself and spread the word. Together, we can prevent the unthinkable.